Hello, this is Forgotten Rights, and I'm going to be talking today about something that I saw on The View. Now, don't think I go watching The View looking for things to complain about. I mean, I can't escape these people. I mean, I was like in a business, and they just had this playing on one of their channels, so I couldn't escape these people if I wanted to. So don't go thinking I'm just trying to find something to whine about. We're all subjected to this, but in any case, Whoopi Goldberg, who for some reason is considered some type of political person, I don't know, whatever. She has a platform, and she was using it to say, well, if you're pro-life, you should be voting Democrat because, like when Reagan was in office, the abortion rate was like way higher than when Obama was in office, and it's just such a blatant lie, and it's so absurd to suggest it. Other than the fact that Democrats are actually are attempting to fund abortion on federal level. They're trying to do that. They just can't at this point. Or, I don't know, maybe they will pretty soon with the Biden administration, but they want to. Like, they're trying to do this. They actually want to create more abortion. They want it to be federally funded. They want to be taking people's money and by force and using it to pay for abortion. But it's such a blatant lie because, obviously it's a lot easy to lie with statistics, especially when you only provide two examples as like an offhanded remark. But if you actually look at the data, you can see that after 1973, actually even a little bit before 1973, there just wasn't a whole lot of reporting, but you can see that the abortions spiked because, when you make it legal, people tend to do it more often. If you made marijuana legal, more people would be doing marijuana because they're not afraid of any consequences. And granted, you can say that a lot of people would do it illegally, and probably were. I would imagine that much. But yeah, there are a lot of people who are influenced by legality. And the example I would use is always like gun ownership rates in states where gun ownership is illegal, or not illegal necessarily because of the Constitution, but heavily regulated in an attempt to make it essentially illegal. So you can see that law influences people to some degree in a lot of things. But in any case, you can see that it goes up after 1973, and then it peaks at about 1980. And the number she uses is when Reagan is in office, right? So throughout his term, though, like through both terms, the abortion rate was decreasing. And then it had like a slight spike in 88, but that was like a slight increase, very small, and it didn't get up to a level higher than what it was in 1980 when Reagan first entered office. And that was Bush Sr. in 1988 when he got into office. And then it decreased later in his term. He was a one-term president, obviously. So then Clinton took over, and it just went down continually from 1980, with the exception of like the small increase in like 1988. So it goes down continually until getting to the present. And that's been true no matter who is in office, whether it's Democrat or Republican. So it's just a blatant lie. If you actually look at the statistics, you can see that it's just a total load of bullcrap. And, she's not an honest person. She's just like many things on television, she's just a propaganda tool of the Democratic Party. And, you see some people say stuff like MSDNC, which is like if you're only changing one letter, it kind of sound good, but you're changing two, then you're just pushing it too hard. But yes, obviously it is an arm of the Democratic Party. She's just a political operative, and they're on all of the major news networks, and it's clearly all one big political agenda that they're trying to push on people that you can't escape even if you wanted to, because it's on all of the major networks, networks that they show all the time in airports and dentist offices and car repair places. All these places, they show it all the time, so you can't escape it. I try to escape it, but it's just like you can't avoid these people. They're everywhere, and they're propaganda people. They control YouTube to a significant amount too. They'll take down all the people who are the most critical of them, or they'll deplatform them, or not deplatform, but demonetize. They'll do everything within their power to make sure that they're not a threat to this power hierarchy they're attempting to establish. And certain people can kind of get around this, like Fox, Daily Wire, a lot of neocons, they're as they like to call them, as in like conservatives, like kind of Reagan style, Trump style. Not exactly Trump style. He's not entirely neocon, but he's a lot of neocon. Let's call it that. So yeah, blatant lie. Just a big propaganda network, and you got to cut through it all. You have to recognize that they're not honest people. They're not trying to honestly keep you informed. They're just political propaganda, and they obviously use government to a significant extent to have this amount of control over people's lives. So that's the situation, and I just thought that people needed to know this. And was actually thinking it was vaguely true. Just wanted to dispel that myth immediately. So thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.